Hello and welcome to all of my viewers. This is your gal here at Emerald City Empathic Tarot. I am excited to be branching out again to my third sign, Sagittarius. Very first was Libra, second Virgo, and third Sagittarius. I am a Sagittarius moon. Thank you again. This is going to be a general oracle reading for the current energy for Sagittarius. And I just did one for Virgo, my very first reading for Virgo, and it was so much more different than Libra, and I was really excited about that. So I'm really hoping that this will end up being different as well. I was saying earlier that I, in my earlier messages, videos, that I went to my local apothecary store, stone store, mostly apothecary, and got my surprisingly very first lapis lazuli. Sometimes they say lazuli, sometimes it's lazuli, but stone, and I was incredibly excited to share the little bit of information that it had to say. When I pulled my for obviously this is a new reading for very first reading for Sagittarius, but if you look at my Libras, I actually had done a reading not too long ago about a very similar subject, but it talks about basically who needs lapis lazuli, cat people, Leos, anyone who uses the phrase in a past life, I'm convinced that I was ... fill in the blank. And the meditation mix music in the background actually has a panther feline character on the screen. So I thought that was hilarious that I literally had just gotten lapis lazuli earlier today. And it totally fit in with the energies and the music that I selected. So thank you again for everybody who is joining me, Emerald City Empathic Tarot. This is a general reading, oracle reading, for Sagittarius. My very first Sagittarius reading. I'm so excited. One of my besties back in the day was Sagittarius Sun, I believe, and I am Sagittarius Moon. So let's see what few cards. I've been asking for 2 cards from the Fairy Oracle deck. Oracles of the Fairies. Let's see what we have here. Lord, Heavenly Father, Angels, Spirit Guides, what can we tell Sagittarius? What does Sagittarius need to know from the Fairy Oracle deck? All right. All right. Well, we got two at once. We got Magical Gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. Isn't that so true? If you don't take the leap of faith, you never grow. If you stay stagnant in your own energy and never actually try for something else, then you don't grow. That's more of an internal processing kind of comment there, but it's time to step boldly forward without looking back. That's a very bold and very Sagittarius, I believe. Right? Your fire signs. Courage, passion. You're going to take a bold step forward and not look back. The next, okay. Well, that's kind of a bummer. You know, I'm a little new to the Sagittarius energies. We just came out of winter, which is a little bit of a bummer. But at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to wait for next winter. It means that, you know, during these cold months, this fairy queen of winter will help manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. So right now, I believe, looking at this, it's saying we're still in winter. Wait for winter to end, I believe. And until then, use these cold months. Use this time for introreflection and going within and finding your heartfelt wishes. But ultimately for the highest good of not only yourself, but those around you. I'm so excited. This is definitely turning out to be a different reading than Virgo and my normal Libra readings. So thank you again. If this, okay. If this message resonates with you, Sagittarius's Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, whatever you may have in your Sagittarius planetary alignment chart. This is your Gala Emerald City Empathic Tarot. This is an oracle reading and it may not resonate with everyone. Okay, so quick reminder. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'm really excited to be branching out to now Virgo and Sagittarius. There's a couple more, but I'm gonna stick with those two and Libra for now. So the first two cards that came out, oh my goodness, okay. So these cards, they did come out. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Okay. So Wings. This was the last card that came out for Virgo. I'm kind of gonna leave it right there. if I would recommend going to see the Virgo reading that I'm in the process of uploading like right now. The second card that came out underneath that is number 43, which equals 7. Which, I mean, it's just it. I know this is a Sagittarius reading, but one of my very first Libra readings was talking about, and I believe it was the same Oracle deck, and it was be your own queen, pick your own queen, basically. And this is kind of in one of the queens was one was a witch, one was a traditional queen, and one was like a mermaid. And this is very much like I see this as like a 3 of Cups kind of energy, right? Very water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and or Aquarius maybe. I mean, they could be fishes, they could be mermaids, it could be 7, right? I mean, it could be there's the moon, there's like a rocket ship, but the basic energy is don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to be the fire sign Sagittarius that you are. 3 of Wands, maybe not quite. It's more 3 of Cups. But Sagittarius, I mean, Sagittariuses are fierce. I feel bad for the people who sometimes feel my Sagittarius-ness in me, and not for a bad reason. I apologize. Don't take that harshly. Don't take that sarcastically or anything. But it's a lot of passion. You know, it's very creative energy. It's very social. And sometimes hard for a lot of people to understand. So it's not a bad energy at all. I just had to digress a little bit. The very last card, oh my goodness, okay, weird. We had the very first card was Wings, number 8. And then we had 43, which equals 7, technically. And then the last card that Sagittarius energy just got out. Thank you again for everybody watching. Please like and subscribe if this resonates with you. Is number 7, Oracle, Sword, make the change. I definitely resonate with this, obviously, being more of a Libra, Virgo than Sag for the most part, energies. But I mean, this could be introreflection, looking in the mirror, making the change that you need to change, or need, like, what is it that when you look at yourself you need to change? Trust me, I get this card. I feel it. Introreflection, mental beauty, looking in the mirror. What do you need to change, Sagittarius? It doesn't have to be your hair. It doesn't have to be your physical being. But the energies are basically saying there's through this winter, there's some kind of magical getaway that you don't need wings from anyone but yourself to get on that spaceship. Isn't that funny? Spaceship. And make the change. Sagittarius, you are a beautiful, strong, independent, fun-loving, social energy. Use this. Use this time for inter-reflection, inner reflection. Find your magical getaway, your spaceship, away from the coldness that you've been feeling. I feel. Don't wait for winter. Wait for winter to end. Find that sword, find your wings, find your magical getaway. Get in that spaceship. Take off. This was incredibly inspiring for very first Sagittarius reading. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you love my energy, like my style. And share with family members and friends if you think they may benefit from the inspirational messages through this reading. Again, this is general. It may or may not resonate with everybody. And please join me next time for my second Sagittarius reading. Hopefully soon. Thank you. Your gal Emerald City Empathic Tarot wishes you the best. Stay blessed.